Hello, leader. If you're a growth-focused leader planning for the future, you're going to want today's free download. Why? Because when your business is in a critical growth phase, you need a clear way to identify emerging leaders on your team and adjust their roles to match the strengths they bring every day. In this episode, I'm sharing one of our go-to tools from the Leadership Lab to identify and measure who on your team is ready to take on more responsibility and strengthen their leadership impact. And here's your reminder, size does not matter. Whether you run a brick-and-mortar or an online business, every small business owner needs a few key leadership roles built into their team. Not sure that's true? Well, you will by the end of this episode. Welcome to the Stacking Your Team podcast, smart leadership for women who mean business. If you're a woman who owns an established business with a team of 5 or more, and you're ready to lead with more confidence, clarity, and impact, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Shelli Warren. Each episode delivers practical strategies to help you build a high-performing team and become the leader your business needs next. Let's get started with this reminder. The team that got you here may not be the team that will get you there. Look, your business is growing, and it's no secret that you cannot do everything yourself. So we need to structure your team so that you can transfer some trust and authority over to a few key team members who can lead people, processes, and profit centers. So how do you do that? Well, it starts with identifying who is ready to take on a new level of responsibility. I've got a great free resource for you that's available on the Stacking Your Team website. It's called the Spot Your Leader Assessment. It's simple, but super effective. You know, many members of the Leadership Lab use it to act as a self-assessment tool and a comparison tool with anyone who's seeking a promotion or with people who they're considering approaching about moving into a leadership role. So let's focus on the people on your team who are starting to believe that they're ready to step up into leadership. You'll see on the Spot Your Leader assessment tool that includes a scoring system of 1 to 5. So, no half points, no 3.5s, no 4.5s. Keep it simple and direct with your scoring. Okay, let's walk through these areas of competency that act as evidence that this person is not only ready to lead, but they've already demonstrated that they can. First up, do they role model your team culture? This is a big one. Anyone in a leadership role must lead by example. Why? Because leadership is influence, good and bad, and habits form through what people consistently see. So, before promoting someone, make sure that they know your core values and have the self-awareness to model them well and recognize where they need to grow. Next up, are they trusted and respected by their peers? This is another doozy. This is especially important if you're going to promote from within, which is a great retention strategy, but can come with some watch-outs. If the person is not respected and has not focused on building solid working relationships with their peers, it's going to make it difficult if they are a peer one day and a leader the next. Ideally, it should be a, well, it's about time kind of response to the news that they're being promoted. Not a, you've got to be kidding me, response from their peers. Okay, next we have, do they meet or exceed expectations consistently? Are you seeing a trend here? All of these are super important for you to consider as you move someone into a leadership role because they will become responsible for others, and that's nothing to fool around with. If they've proven time and time again that they can be trusted to deliver what's expected of them, it will be easy for them to role model and hold others accountable. And next, we have this one. Can they coach and provide direction to others? Now, I know that you know that many people are masters at their core skills, yet not everyone can coach and teach. We've all been there when someone is trying to teach us something and we're being a total pain in the backside because we're not getting it fast enough for them. Great leaders can coach and easily switch up their style to match the learner, providing real-life examples that resonate. They're also patient because they're humble and they can remember what it was like when they were learning. And giving direction to others is an art. It's actually a life skill. For those of you who are parents, you get it. Everyone learns at their own pace, and the more you can break down a task with a story about why it's important to do it in the first place, the easier it is for the learner to want to do it, and then do it well. Up next, let's have a look at whether they understand key aspects of your business model or not. So you'll want to notice who is fully grasping how your business is built and what foundations of the business model are working well or even may have evolved over time. You'll want to see that they know your full service menu or your product lineup, as well as your delivery methods that are creating revenue and building your reputation. When they can show you that they understand how the business works, they are a better fit for being in a position where they will uphold your standards across the team. They'll also be more inclined to engage in decision-making that is aligned with the needs of the business. All right, how about this one? Do they accept feedback and take action? Nothing's worse than having someone in a position of influence and they like to give feedback, but they don't like to take any themselves. This is so frustrating for the team because it feels like their leader believes they're above it all. So it's hard to follow a leader who isn't open to hearing ideas, suggestions, or actual input on how they're doing in their own role. The other watch out here is to check for evidence that they aren't only accepting and taking action on the feedback that you have provided, but they do not listen to nor take action on feedback that comes from anyone else, even your clients. All right, let's keep moving forward. Can they be counted upon to find and fix defects? This is something I'm keen to notice, mainly because it was fundamental to our success back in my corporate career. It's necessary for everyone on your team to notice when things are not working as intended and then do something about it, rather than just walk past it, leaving it for someone else to find and fix it. This outlook is at the heart of ownership, and it's a basic expectation that you should have for everyone on your team. They find it, they fix it, and that includes getting help to fix it if it's not their core competency area. This is actually a great way to shine the light on people who have a unique skill set, or what I like to call secret skills, meaning they have this background and experience, but they haven't had a chance to show you yet. So finding and fixing defects is directly related to the next assessment point. Here it is. Is this person focused on continual improvement? You see, it's that habit of looking for defects, problems, and drifts away from your standards and recognizing that something isn't working all that great. Now, I'm not talking about rewarding people for creating make-work projects or making something pretty and calling it an improvement when it really doesn't add any actual value or it's not critical enough to warrant the time and resources that it would take to do it. It's all about the basics. Can they see a defect, take action to fix it without being told to? That's the key. Okay, we're at the end of the assessment, so here's one more. Can they present rationale for decision-making? This skill set is directly linked to their ability to see an intended outcome and then know what it's going to take to get there. Often team members have pet projects or a big desire to create something that's meaningful to them, but not aligned to your strategic plan and not included in the budget. This can be frustrating, and if they can't tell you a story of why they think it's important to do it, they'll not convince anyone, including you, to support them. This skill set is also driving at the fact that we want our leaders to be able to tell a story accurately as to why they took action, why they felt those steps were necessary, and what they learned from doing it. It's the thoughtfulness, the ability to discern their next best step, and their logic that can have a great deal of impact on the whole team. Okay, here's the last one. Is this person curious about other aspects of the business? Now, it might seem early. After all, they're still mastering their core and cross-training skills, right? But curiosity about the bigger picture is a strong sign of leadership potential. It shows that they're thinking beyond their role, valuing different perspectives and appreciating how other parts of the business contribute to the success. All right, bravo! You made it to the end of this assessment. Now, in all truth, this assessment should only take about 15 minutes to complete. It's the comparison of your scores with their scores that are going to spark a great in-depth conversation. I highly recommend you do the assessment first and then approach the individual to see if they're even interested in stepping into a leadership role, and then be open to hear what they have to say. If they're curious or intrigued to ramp up their career with you, then give them the assessment to complete. Set a date to reconnect and review your assessment with theirs. So when you come together to share your findings and open up the conversation about why the business needs this leadership role and why you think they'd be a great fit for it, be prepared to tell them a timeline, even if it's 6 months or more out. Be honest about the on-ramp of coaching and training that you'll provide them too. So be sure to download your copy of the Spot Your Leader assessment with the link that's in the show notes, or pop over to the Stacking Your Team website. So to recap, relying on your gut instinct or memory alone to decide who's ready for leadership can be risky, especially when your business is growing and your team dynamics are shifting. The Spot Your Leader assessment gives you a clear, objective way to evaluate leadership potential based on observable behaviors, not just personality or past performance. It helps you spot the people who are actually showing up with initiative, self-awareness, and alignment to your core values, so you can make confident decisions about who you will invite into a greater responsibility. Thanks for tuning into the Stacking Your Team podcast, smart leadership for women who mean business. If today's episode helped you see your leadership in a new way, I'd love to hear about it. Come connect with me on Instagram, where I'm at Stacking Your Team, and tell me, what are you working on in your business right now? If you're ready to go further, check out the Leadership Lab. It's my high-touch coaching experience designed for women leading a growing team. You'll find all the details on the Stacking Your Team website. So until next time, let's do less managing and more leading by making space to lead and letting go of the rest.